music that builds up to an epic crescendo kind of thing, and I really like the score, so I think the score's better than the film.
Okay, that's fair enough. Right, what's happening next week?
You have the spin-off film from Jackass. Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa.
Which I have to say looks very funny.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
It's a character that Johnny Knoxville brought into the Jackass series, the Bad Grandpa one, so he thought it might be a good idea to make a spin-off film from it, because I doubt there will be any more Jackass stuff.
Yeah.
So this is probably the next best thing you're going to get to Jackass, and I think it looks horrendous, to be honest.
You would, Stuart.
You would.
I know.
Yeah, my little boy thinks the poster of him where he's holding the wee boy by his wife runs basically like a handbag.
Yeah.
he can't walk past that in the cinema without standing laughing at it.
I'll bet he can't.
The only thing that I actually found funny was, you know, at the pageant. The pageant scene where the boy rips off the dress and he's got that stuff on. It's just the reaction from the people, just their looks on their faces. I laughed at that little bit in the trailer itself, but the rest just looks like smacking your head off a brick wall kind of stuff.
Apparently that pageant bit is the movie's big finale.
Oh, right.
So why would you put that in the trailer? That's what all the critics are complaining about, the fact that that's in the trailer, and that's supposed to be, you know, in the trailer you watch it and that's the big laugh.
Right.
But you watch the movie and that's supposed to be the big laugh as well. So it suffers from a majorly weak ending. But I like the idea of taking all these sort of mad Jackass pranks, which in the previous movies it worked well because it was just completely unrelated. And I like the idea of that sort of hidden camera prank effect coming into it with Johnny Knoxville, because of course Johnny Knoxville and everyone was complaining because they're such big stars now. I mean, you know, like Party Boy or Steve-O or anyone like that, or Bam Margera walks down the street, they're instantly recognisable now because they're such big stars. So if you see one of them walking into a shop or something, you know for a fact this is going to be some type of prank. So I like the idea that Johnny Knoxville's walking around with all this old man makeup on, doing this impossibly ridiculous stuff. And it's funny as well to see what Americans will let people get away with if they're old people. You know, so an old man can be slightly more racist, slightly more homophobic. And it's really, the joke isn't what Johnny Knoxville's doing, it's people's reactions to what he's doing.
What he's getting away with doing.
Yeah, I think that's really funny. So I think it's a clever idea to do a Jackass spin-off instead of continuing on with the franchise.
Okay, what else have we got, Stuart?
Ender's Game, which is the new film with Harrison Ford, and there's a Butterfield in it as well. I like the look of this.
It looks
This
good,
looks like, it looks really an interesting film, and it's been getting some really good reviews as well, which is nice to see. They have been saying that Ford's character and Butterfield's character is really well acted, and some of the scenes are jaw-dropping. And if I've listened to a few interviews with the director, Gavin Hood, and one of the writers.
Gavin Hood?
Yeah, Gavin Hood.
X-Men Origins Wolverine Gavin Hood?
Yes, him.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Robert Orsi's actually involved with the film as well. He was one of the writers. So I've heard an interview with them. They seem to be sort of like they want people to really like this film, and I can get from that it is a really interesting pet project of theirs, because they have read the book. They thought the book was an interesting concept, and there was been ideas to try and turn this into a film quite a few times over the last few years, and they decided to take it onto themselves to do it. So it looks an interesting film. I like the look of it.
Tell me this, do you have any idea what the rating on this is? Because I have yet to find a poster with the rating on it. They all said TBC.
I think over here it's a 12 here.
Right, okay.
I'm definitely sure it must be. Yeah, it's a 12 here.
Right, okay. Right, and the third and final big release this week?
It is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2.
Which you have seen and I have seen. Tell me.
Yes,
Talk to me.
I saw it in 3D, actually, surprisingly.
We didn't get into the 3D show. We had to go and see it in 2D because the tickets were being given away as competition prizes, and people were turning up that it won 2 tickets with 4 or 5 people.
Brilliant.
So they had to put another showing of it on that was in 2D.
Lovely. And I haven't seen the first one. I haven't seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I know about it, and I've seen little bits and bobs of it, but I've never seen it.
Okay.
And it's a good job. At the start of this film, there's a recap of what happens in the first one, so I don't need to see the first one now.
No.
But if you think Turbo is a preposterous idea, the idea of somebody being able to create a machine, which is called the Flitzimiffer, which everybody makes that really messes up in the film itself. A machine that can change water into food. That's a much more preposterous idea. And then it goes to the nth degree with them turning into animals, things like a chimpanzee and cheese spiders and a strawberry called Barry.
Oh, God, it sounds like a really bad Alan Partridge TV idea, doesn't it?
Overall, Stuart, what did you think of it?
I think it's completely mindless and dumb, but it's fun. It flows it really well. There is a load of jokes in there. There's jokes every 5-10 seconds just popping up. The animals, the leak joke in the first time you see it.
So good, did it twice?
They do it 3 times.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah, because you got the baby leak as well, which I just loved. Every single time they did the joke with the leak, I was in hysterics because I loved that. Yeah. So it's a fun film. There's enough in there for adults. There is enough in there for children. And to get a U-rated film to do that, the only Turbo was a U-rated film, and as you said, your kids were ambivalent to the film when you asked them a few hours later what it was about. A Despicable Me 2 was a U-rated film, and it seems to be that some people are able to grasp how to make a film for everybody, not offend anybody. And this film does exactly that. It'll definitely pass away a good hour and a half, and kids will remember it because there's stuff in there for them to remember it.
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of the first one. Me and the kids both love the first movie, and we do watch it from time to time on TV when it's on. And this
it's on Saturday again, is it not?
Is it? It's on
the
it's on all the time. Yeah, it's on all the time now. But it's this one. I enjoyed this one, but it doesn't have the heart of the first movie. And in my review, I likened it to Jurassic Park: The Lost World, whereas it's a lot of fun and it's exciting and it's very good, but it doesn't have. You don't care as much as you did first time around.
Do you think it's more of a studio churned out sequel?
Yes, I mean it's not based. The first one's based on a book. This is just based on a sequel. Nothing really.
Just what came before.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. There's some great set pieces in it. As you said, Stuart, there are some laugh out loud moments, and it is a lot of fun. But at the end, it's pretty much empty. Like
it is, but compared to Turbo, I think kids will easily remember them over Turbo, because the thing that was missing from Turbo is the Despicable Me thing, whereas in Despicable Me you've got the minions and you will always remember the minions, and in this you've got the animals, the food animals, and so people will remember the food animals in this. So you always need something like that in an animated film to get people's attention, and Turbo didn't have that. This does, but it's not on the same level as Despicable Me 2. But it is still this kind of film because the kids are off at the moment, and they need something in the cinemas to be able to go and see, because they're not going to say, I want to go and see Ender's Game. And they obviously will not get in to see Bad Grandpa. So this is definitely the best choice for them.
No, I totally agree. Right, okay, listen, moving on. We've still got the top 10 saddest moments to come, Stuart, so I'm going to have to kick you off. For anybody that's listening to this right now and thinks, you know what, I want to hear more from this guy, where can they find out more about you guys? Where can they contact you? Where can they hear your great work?
You can get me on Twitter at Cryptic Tadpole. My show, Monday Movie Show, goes up on Following the Nerd, and it's live on Spreaker at 7:30 on a Monday.
I still need to do shout-outs for that. Sorry, it's on my to-do list, which is steadily growing as the days go by.
Easy. Stuart,
Thank you.
Until next week, sir.
Next week we will be talking about Thor, The Dark World, because I'll have seen it by then.
Yes,
and
we will.
Also A Haunting in Connecticut, Georgia, which I've already actually seen.
Right.
And I might even mention A Nightmare on Elm Street, because it's getting a one-day release only next Thursday.
Excellent.
Is that exclusive to certain cinemas? Is that...
No, it's getting a wide release for one day, so it depends on how many cinemas that actually want to show it. So it's the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, I would assume, yeah.
We'll keep out for that. Okay, right, Stuart. Until this time next week, sir, may the force be with you. Take care, and we will talk to you soon.
Catch you next week.
See you later, my friend.
Bye.
Bye.
Farewell.
Okay, I have to do a very special shout out here.
I'll bet you do.
This weekend, my lovely wife, is going to be bridesmaid at a wedding. And getting married is two good friends of mine, Helena and Dave. Helena, myself and my wife have both known since we were like 12 years old, 13 years old, so it's been a long, long time. So she's getting married this week to Dave, who I occasionally play squash with. When my legs aren't wrecked.
Steady on, Mr. Middle Class.
No, yes.
Yes, I occasionally play squash.
You're a bollock. Right. But yeah, so they're getting married on Saturday. So we all at FTN at Following the Nerd would like to wish them all the best and all.
We're all going to get together and have a celebratory squash match.
Yes, or either that or we crash the wedding. But yeah, so no, seriously, we would all like to wish them all the best for their future together and for the wedding on Saturday. So it's Thursday night. It's just gone 9 o'clock.
Doctor Strange, the guy with the seven things. And funnily enough, that's now why the Germans refer to it as apple saft.
Okay. Philip Wilson.
Yes, is
what
he single?
Is going on? Is he single? Yes. Call me. I'm Marc.
I'm Saxon.
And you're Following the Nerd.
We've topped up our Mr. Fusion, and the flux capacitor's fluxing nicely. Following the Nerd. Where we're going, we don't need roads. We were able to build a miniaturized arc reactor in a cave from a box of scraps. Following the Nerd. We're just that good.
Oh, man.
So he threw the unicorn out the window and it spontaneously caught on fire.
Oh, I hate you.
Really? Is that another middle class problem?
Right, okay. This is Shy 103.4 FM and you are Following the Nerd.
This is a disaster.
Right. Yes, thank your cousin for his text messages.
Connor, you're a legend, mate. Right.
Okay, right.
Moving on. 3, 2, 1, back in the room.
Anybody who's been listening to the show for the last few weeks.
The best thing is, right, we've come back from that laughing our heads off, and now we've got to talk about the top 10 saddest moments on TV.
Yeah. Okay, anybody who's been following the show for the last couple of weeks will know that we've been doing Alan the Ball Gamer dude started, I think, 3 weeks ago about the saddest moments on TV, as voted for by you, the listeners, and the readers of Following the Nerd. Now, this isn't things like such and such, you know, the guy with no legs and 7 eyes gets put out of X Factor. Yeah. It's not that sad story. It's things like characters dying on TV shows, things that really hit home. So we've had some great ones over the last couple of weeks. Now he's whittled it down to the final top 10.
Yes.
This is
right, serious case of the giggles.
I hate your face.
Hashtag middle class problem.
Real world issues, eh?
Indeed.
Real world issues. So, right, okay, so we're going to get Alan on the show now to go through the last top 10. Here we go. The Ball Gamer dude, huh?
Sometimes you just gotta let it out.
Hello, Alan.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Not too bad.
Case of the giggles, what can you do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring us down. Talk about 10 sad moments in television.
Well, but before we go on, we did say earlier on the show, because I was talking to you last night and you were sort of saying there's not a lot happening in the gaming news this week. We've got the Marvel Lego game, we've got Batman Arkham Origins coming out, but these are reviews that'll be upcoming, and what we're going to do really this week is we're going to concentrate on the final 10 saddest moments on TV. Is that fair? Does that still hold?
Yes, there's nothing happened between when I spoke to you last night and now.
Okay.
Can I be honest? The Marvel Lego game isn't really interesting me as much as it should.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I played the Lego Star Wars games, I played the Lego Indiana Jones games, and, you know, the novelty for me wears off far too quickly. I mean, I was looking at it today just thinking to myself, nah, I'll give it a miss. You know, but the Arkham Origins trailer looks amazing.
I had that with the Indiana Jones game, because remember it came out after the first Star Wars Lego game?
Yeah.
Or maybe the second one, I'm not sure, but it came out and I was going to buy it, and I remember going to game on my way home from work and it had sold out, and I thought, right, I rang the local video store, they had a copy, so I took it home and I rented it, and I thought, you know what, I'm glad I didn't buy this, because it looks different, but it's exactly the same as the other games.
Yeah, it is literally just like a series of puzzles based around that certain franchise, so it could be Lego, it could be Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's all basically the same. So I'm glad about that. But this Marvel thing does look like it has a lot of fun. Have you played it yet, Al? Are you planning on playing it?
I've played the demo, and the demo was quite fun. It's been getting good reviews.
Right.
I think IGN gave it 9 out of 10, and I'm pretty sure Joystick gave it 4 out of 5. So it's been getting fairly consistently good reviews.
Okay.
I've watched a wee bit of the.